Hi, everyone, and to Retirement with Jim. On this channel, we talk about retiring on a modest budget. You don't need $1 million, and what it takes to retire. So, if you like my content, please consider hitting the like, share, subscribe button. Um, and if you want to comment, please feel free to do so. Um, with that, let's get started. So, are you deferring your life? Are you waiting because you think you don't have enough money and you're not sure about the future? Inflation and all the things going on out in the world. So, you have no guarantees on how long you're going to live. And so waiting and deferring, not necessarily maybe the greatest thing to do. So you can have anything you want, but you don't get everything. And so, and what I mean by that is you need to kind of take a look at your life and go, okay, what do I want? What do I absolutely have to have? And what can I compromise and do without? And we can all compromise, let's face it, life is a compromise, all the way down the road on everything we do. So, you don't have any guarantees, and you might be deferring the happiness in your life by retiring now and saying, you know what, I'm going to make this happen. As we live our lives, we all find ways that when we encounter things that maybe don't work for us, we find ways to work around it, get past it, and move beyond and make it work. And so just like anything else, you go ahead and you make it work. You get started. You know, you're the average life, if you're lucky and you hit 80, that's 80 summers, it's 80 years to enjoy, that life you have. And so you want to start thinking about, okay, what do I got to do? Start planning. So have you kind of just maybe started planning, but you're hesitating because of the uncertainty of the future. The uncertainty is always going to be there. That is never going to change. So, with that, you got to just say, I'm jumping in. I can tell you from my experience, the water's fine. I have no regrets that I retired, and I am happy. And I find a way to make it work. I don't have a ton of money, but I enjoy a comfortable life, and I enjoy, what I'm doing. And I most of all enjoy not working ever. It's a wonderful thing. So, is your health suffering more because you're waiting? You are, stressing yourself out. And so you are giving yourself, more stress on, what you're trying to keep saving for, when in reality, you just want to say, okay, let's just go do it, figure it out. Because in the end, it actually becomes less stressful. Now, I'm never going to tell you it's no stress, because retirement is kind of like it's an ongoing path you take. And you have to make sure that you're always going to be looking at what you do and looking at how your finances are. That kind of never goes away, but it's not that stressful. And it's certainly a lot less stressful than having to deal with work and all the stresses that come with that. Having to get up and go to work, the next day, thinking about when your weekend ends. Oh, what do I got to do at work now? So, you already start thinking about, that part of your life. So it's nice to do away with that. Now, the next thing is, are you able to, work less? Now, I worked a job where that wasn't possible. But in today's world, there's plenty of jobs out there and employers who might be willing to say, hey, yeah, it's okay. You can start easing into retirement. You pass on the knowledge of all of the years of experience you have and training and teaching someone new. And certainly it might be an option. In many cases, it's not an option. But if it is, maybe it's one worth exploring because you're continuing to earn some income as you ease into retirement, and you get to see kind of what it's all about. You're kind of, oh, okay, this is what life is in retirement, and you can kind of figure out how much you like it, love it, or in some cases, it's not for everyone. Some people love to work, and they suddenly go, nah, I got to stay busy. I got to go back. I'm not one of them. you know, so it allows you to have more time with family and friends, as long as that's what you want, especially family. Family is a very difficult thing. But you get to have more time and enjoyment with your family and friends if that is what you want and what you like. Um, Next thing is, do you know what you're going to do in retirement? And that's an important thing. You got to figure out, once you retire, what are you going to do with your time? What are you going to do in that with all of that free time? If you don't think about it and you don't plan for it, you might not be ready for retirement. You might have to say, okay, maybe I need to kind of hold off a bit and kind of put a plan together. You really have to have a plan about what you think you're going to do. Because you don't want to wake up one day and just go, okay, I'm retired and I have nothing to do. Um, you know, Retirement's not a lifelong vacation, although it can seem like it. It can be enjoyable like that. When I retired, first thing I did is I went on vacation. I went away for about 10 days, and it was nice because in doing so, it was not like I woke up Monday morning and kind of went, okay, what am I doing? I'm gone. I'm on vacation. I went away with my wife and we had a great time. And then by the time I came back after being on vacation, then it was kind of like, okay, I can start doing the things that I want to do, but I just didn't have to suddenly turn it on Monday morning. Got to enjoy that time. I actually stayed an extra 2 days on vacation, something I've never done before in my life. I'm like, I don't have to go home. I got nowhere to go to and nothing to do. And I ended up staying 2 more additional days. So it was wonderful. And I gave a different perspective on going on vacation. But you got to know what you're going to do with your time. You got to give it some thought. You got to plan for it. You got to kind of have at least an idea of at least some of the things you want to do in retirement. Then the last thing is, okay, can you retire? Are you ready? Do you have your plan in place? And maybe one of the things you do is you talk to a financial fiduciary who can help you, and look for one who does a fee only. Not someone who's going to, take a percentage of, your savings, your retirement fund. Someone who's going to look at it, discuss it, and you agree up front on a one-time fee and what it is, and you kind of go from there. And they can help you kind of analyze your plan. You got a good solid plan, and then you can feel a lot more comfortable, because a lot of it is having to do with your level of comfort when you go into retirement. So keep all of that in mind, because that will help you, one, put together a good plan, and most importantly, feel good about the plan. So with that, I'm going to call it a day, and I'm going to tell you I'm going to see you in the next one.